And now I'd like to take you on to our next speaker, Supervisor Shirlee Zane. She was elected to the Sonoma County Board of Supervisors in November 2008 and currently serves as chair. Supervisor Zane has over 25 years of experience working in health and human services as a family therapist, minister, hospital chaplain, special education educator, and inner-city social worker. For the 10 years prior to taking office, she was the CEO of a $3.5 million nonprofit, the Council on Aging. She grew the corporation by 800%, adding a state-of-the-art Meals on Wheels kitchen, new offices, and building fiscal revenues. As supervisor, Shirlee has demonstrated a commitment to improving our local economy and creating jobs while preserving Sonoma County's environment and quality of life. Supervisor Zane serves on the Board of Directors for the Bay Area Air Quality Management District, the Sonoma County Transportation Authority, and SMART. She chairs the Sonoma County Solid Waste Advisory Group, comprised of elected officials from the County of Sonoma and the 9 cities, devoted to finding economically and environmentally sustainable solutions in solid waste. Additionally, Shirlee has championed the delivery of high-quality health services for all county residents. She currently serves as chair of the Long-Term Care Committee for the National Association of Counties, with her work focused on long-term care concerns, mental health issues, and a policy platform for counties around the United States. In May of 2011, she was one of 80 county supervisors from across the nation invited to a special White House summit to interact with members of the cabinet and Vice President Joe Biden. Shirlee is involved in many other endeavors, but this, I think, gives you some idea of how busy she's been keeping herself over the last several years. So please show me a very warm welcome for Supervisor Shirlee Zane.
There you go.
Thank you, Ben. They have a box up here for me because I'm a little short, so I need a box. Is that going to be in the way of the webcam? I hope not. Yeah, it is. Okay. In that case, I'll put it down. Right there. So I am a daughter of a Marine, so I do have to tell you right now to turn your cell phones off because I like order. So that's always a good excuse to be orderly. I want to, first of all, say good morning and to introduce my colleagues. It's a privilege to serve on the Board of Supervisors with such outstanding people. And I'll start with our senior, but not senior, very young at heart, Supervisor Valerie Brown. Supervisor Valerie Brown. You please stand up, Valerie. And Supervisor David Rabbit, Vice Chair, Supervisor Mike McGuire, and Supervisor Efren Carrillo. We also have the privilege of serving with an incredible county administrator, so I'd like to introduce Veronica Ferguson. And then I'd like to introduce all of our district directors, and one cannot be here this morning, Mike McGuire's district director, Jenny, but the rest are here, and we have Michelle Whitman, Susan Upchurch, Jennifer Hainstack, and Andrea, I'm blanking, thank you, Crouch, okay. Please stand up, all of you guys. They make us look good every day, even when we don't, so thank you guys. Well, good morning. Today I want to talk about where we've been as a county and where we are going. And I'm gonna begin on a sad note, but stay with me, because I promise you, you're gonna leave here feeling nothing but hope. Last year at the State of the County, it was announced that I had tragically lost my husband when he took his own life the evening before. And so, as you know, this has been a very difficult year for me. And it's been a difficult year for the county as well. We have gone into our third, maybe even fourth year of an economic recession. But it hasn't been all bad, and things are really looking up. When I first met my husband, I noticed he had a large burn on the inside of his forearm, and it appeared to look like a cocoon. And it troubled me, so one morning I got out my watercolor markers and I turned that ugly cocoon burn into a beautiful butterfly tattoo. Then in November of 2010, I was waiting for a flight in the Denver airport, and I was looking for a gift for my husband, who had become deeply depressed over the recent announcement of the closure of his private school and the imminent loss of his job as well as the jobs of his colleagues. I found a refrigerator magnet, which was something that Peter loved to collect, and on it said, "Just when the caterpillar thought its life was over, it became a butterfly." This has been the theme of my life this last year, and it is now the hope and the vision I bring before you today of what Sonoma County needs now more than ever: transformation. We've spent 4 long years of being inside the dark cocoon of the economic recession, but now we're bursting out. We're breaking free from the encasement of despair, free from the entrapment of discouragement, free from the darkness of anger. We are responding to the challenges and making use of every opportunity. This year, the county, your county, is poised to open its wings and to fly. Indeed, it's time to transform ourselves through a renewed vision, a renewed hope. It's time to tackle the problems that have plagued us with new and bold creativity, innovation, and compassion for others. For a job is not just a paycheck. A job is often our community. It's our social circle. It's our identity, our sense of self-worth, and it's what often gives us meaning to our existence. People who have lost their jobs in the last few years have often lost their homes and their marriages, their health care, and sometimes they've even lost their lives. And that is exactly why we stand at the crossroads, and we must find hope once again to transform our community. Our economy has taken some staggering hits, and the catastrophic drop in county revenues tells us that we simply cannot keep doing business as we have done in the past. We need to economize, and we need to eliminate duplication and waste in our operations. But that's only part of the answer. We also need to realize that local government depends upon tax revenues, and those revenues depend upon a healthy economy. We need to be willing to act on that realization, and that is exactly what we're doing. This is going to be a year when we improve our transportation system, our healthcare system, and we're going to create, literally, hundreds, maybe even thousands of new jobs. And while we improve our economy, we're going to be improving our environment and our quality of life here in Sonoma County. People talk a lot about government being the problem. And with our big bureaucracies, sometimes it is. Sometimes we do get in the way of business. But government can also become the solution to help us get out of this economic slump when we creatively partner with private sector. Your county government is being transformed, and these transformations bring us hope for a better life as well. And this morning, I want to encourage all of us by talking about a few of these transformations. First, we've launched a number of initiatives where we're looking to stimulate job growth, and Ben mentioned a few of them. The BEST program. We've partnered with the chambers throughout Sonoma County to attract new businesses and create thousands of jobs. The Economic Development Board. We've created a number of new positions that will help eliminate obstacles in the planning department and grow our resources to assist small and large businesses alike. Sonoma Clean Energy Program, where we will seek to drive down the cost of doing business by controlling skyrocketing energy costs through publicly owned renewable utilities such as solar and wind. And we, no doubt, will be able to lower our energy costs over time and attract new businesses to Sonoma County. A couple of years ago, I read a compelling article in The Economist about how it will be for America to compete with China in this changing economy. And what they said was very simple. America can compete with China and outcompete and win by lowering our energy costs, because that is the single greatest cost of doing business. So with the Sonoma Clean Power Program, if we lower the energy costs, we will be able to attract many new businesses and the green technology businesses that we so seek to have. And then lastly, pension reform. We've come to realize that our current pension system simply cannot be supported by our tax revenues without decreasing the services that we provide to the public. Revisions are needed to create a fair, equitable, and a sustainable system. And we now have a strategic plan in place to reduce our increasing pension obligations. This morning, I'm also pleased to report on several major infrastructure projects that will be moving forward in 2012. I'll tell you, it's been quite a week. On Tuesday, I got handed the gavel by Chairman Supervisor Efren Carrillo, who I want to thank for doing such a wonderful job this last year and leading the county. And I got a chance to chair the hearing for the airport expansion. It was a long hearing. We had about 50 speakers, and I'm very proud to announce that there was a 5-0 vote with enthusiastic support to expand our airport. One of the most, I think we ought to applaud for that. Thank you, Danny. One of the most severe challenges to Sonoma County goals of achieving a healthy economy has been the lack of a suitable airline service, which has been a deterrent from companies locating here. But this all began to change back in 2007 when Horizon Air started regular flights. The Sonoma County Airport expansion will create $42 million in jobs, and it's almost entirely paid for by federal funding. It will add a new terminal and lengthen and safeten the runways. And here's the economic news about these flights. Horizon's current schedule of 5 daily flights represents $112 million and 414 jobs in our economy. We know that updating the airport will allow for more commerce and tourism. It'll boost our economy. It will provide jobs for our families and our neighbors. In fact, every time we add a new flight, we add $23 million to our economy and 70 more jobs. Just imagine, we have 5 flights a day right now. The airport master plan allows for 21 commercial flights. That's a big boost in jobs and to our economy. And any of us who have jumped on a flight here in Santa Rosa and flown to Portland or Seattle or Las Vegas or Los Angeles know how incredibly convenient it is. And to support that expansion of the airport, a train is coming to town. Supervisor Brown, who's the chair of the Smart Train Board, told me I could not sing the Chattanooga Choo-Choo song. So instead, I'm holding up my bumper sticker, and I want y'all to get one before you leave. Where are they, Valerie? Are they out there? Out there on the back table. Grab them and put them on your cars, because I got to tell you, not only have we created 280 new jobs already, but on Monday, we approved a construction contract for $103 million. That's $103 million of construction jobs to build the first phase of the train. Once operational, SMART will provide numerous economic benefits, including increased tourism, higher revenue for local businesses, job creation, recovered property values, and improved health and productivity through a bicycle and pedestrian path. A $500 million public works project that will attract new businesses and lend to our building transportation infrastructure with our airport. Wow, what could be better? That's good news. Public safety is also creating new jobs. The Public Safety Realignment Act, signed by Governor Brown, has been called one of the most significant changes in the criminal justice system in decades. It shifts the responsibility for dealing with certain offenders from the state to the local government. The recidivism rate how many people can say recidivism? I have to tell you, I practice that about 10 times, and I get up here and I totally bungle it, so oh well. You know what I mean, right? That's the revolving door thing. The recidivism rate at the state level is an appalling 70%. And these repeat offenders commit crimes here in our communities. We know that local government can do a better job in reforming early offenders. So the county in this next year, and thanks to a wonderful team, including our district attorney, our sheriff, our chief probation officer, have put together an incredible plan, and we're going to receive about $3 million in additional state funds to underwrite the program. This will mean new jobs in Sonoma County, improved substance abuse and mental health services, and a day reporting center. Sonoma County will also be one of the most beautiful places, or will continue to be one of the most beautiful places in the country, thanks to our Parks and Open Space District and local philanthropists. Taylor Mountain Regional Park. It's that mountain you see when you drive from all different places in Santa Rosa and Roner Park that stands as a centerpiece in our urban mist. We are finalizing a master plan for an 1,100-acre Taylor Mountain Regional Park and Open Space Reserve. A proposed 17-mile trail system will allow visitors to experience scenic vistas, wildlife. Pedestrians, cyclists, and equestrians will be able to use the trails. Our local scenic beauty is one of our greatest assets in drawing visitors to the county. It brings in millions of dollars of tourism revenue every year. Ask Ken from the Sonoma County Tourism Bureau why so many people are attracted to Sonoma County. It's because of these types of parks that we offer. Preserving Taylor Mountain will ensure that a central piece of the county's scenery remains attractive and pristine forever. And healthcare improvements. This year will also be a milestone in our county's ability to provide quality healthcare to residents as construction begins on the new Sutter Medical Center. In collaboration with the Sutter Hospital System, the county has invested locally to build a state-of-the-art 90-bed medical facility. At a cost of over $284 million, this facility will create over 1,500 local jobs, contracting with 150 local businesses, including planners, contractors, consultants, engineers, and support staff. So in conclusion, these are just a few of the examples, but they're big ones. I just gave you 3 projects worth about $500 million that are happening this year. These are just a few of the examples of profound transformation that give us all hope that this coming year and the years to come will be better overall than the years of recent memory. A new hospital, airport expansion, a 1,000-acre urban park, a smart train that will create thousands of new jobs. All of these projects remind us that we are transforming into a better place to live. It's time to break out of those dismal, troublesome, dark cocoon years of economic turmoil and to embrace a hopeful vision for our future and the future of our families. I now bring us back to that fuzzy, slow-moving, earth-crawling, helpless little caterpillar, that creature that weaves a cocoon, waits in darkness, and then transforms itself into a beautiful new creature with color and the ability to fly. And fly we will, Sonoma County, for we are being transformed even as we speak. Thank you and God bless.